Alright, due to popular demand, we got a settings video for you guys today. And we're going to look at in-game settings first, then some settings on my PC. And we're also going to look at peripherals. So first things first, let's go to settings. Gameplay. Talk about the things that matter. Dash action, I have this set to hold. And that just allows for a little freer movement. It's honestly probably not super important in this game, but hold will be better than toggle. Now, everything else should be default, except for my sensitivity. Sensitivity, we have 30 in-game, and my DPI is 1600. Then our aim sense is 0.2. I never use the aim function in the game, so this doesn't matter to me, but if you do, set this to whatever you want. Next up, auto level up is on, camera movement off. And then our aura, all of this is set to all, just because I want to see my costume in game with the aura, not just the menu. Now if we go to controls, everything in controls is default for me, except for my beta and gamma skills. And these are normally set to Q and E, but I set them to my mouse, so both these skills are on my mouse. And the main reason for that is allows for a little freer movement. The fingers that use Q and E also use A and D, which means if I'm using ability for that half second or however long it takes you to click that keybind, you can't strafe left or right. So that's why I rebinded them to my mouse. If you do rebind them and you care about your movement, I would put them either on your pinky or your thumb or your keyboard hand. And then if not, put it to your mouse. Now display, I have my brightness set to 50, which is default. I don't recommend going any lower. If anything, honestly, raise this higher because you want more visual clarity. I play on 1920 by 1080. Full screen. Full screen is going to give you a little more performance. Display spectrum, this is your hertz. I have this set to unlimited. VSync off. Crosshair, all this UI stuff is default at on. Graphic settings, AA off. Shadow quality high. The reason I have shadow quality is on is there's just occasions where you might see someone's shadow either like in the air behind you and you just know someone's like pulling up on you. And there's a few other instances on the slide at aquatic, you can actually see the shadows of someone standing on the slide. Ambient occlusion off, bloom off, motion blur off, and then all this stuff set to low. And the reason for that is just to clear up any visual clutter, makes it easier to see. And as you guys know in this game, there's a lot of abilities going off, a lot of visual effects. So if we can turn everything down, it's just going to allow us to see just slightly better. Honestly, probably not that much, but this is what I do in literally any video game I play too. The first thing I do when I load up a game, I turn everything all the way down. But yeah, everything all the way down for the most part. Sound, I have my in-game music off, voice language Japanese, voice chat off, and my volume set to 20. And I think everything else is default. Obviously, this is personal preference. And yeah, that's my in-game settings. Alright, now we're going to talk about my mouse settings. So go to your desktop and hit your Windows key, or go to the search bar and type in mouse. Open your mouse settings here. And we're going to look for additional mouse options. And this is going to pop up another window. We're going to go to the pointer tab, pointer options tab. And my pointer speed is set to 7 ticks. I think most people use 6. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I use 7. So if you want to copy me exactly, go to 7. And your enhanced pointer precision, I have this checked off. Some people have it checked on, but next we're going to look at my NVIDIA settings. So if you don't have NVIDIA, you can skip this part. But we're going to go to our control page here, our control panel. And first things we're going to do, we're going to go to our display and check our resolution. So if you want to get the most out of your monitor, make sure you're set to the right one here. So both of these are 1920 by 1080, right? But one of them caps my monitor at 60 Hertz because it's Ultra HD. So I'm going to go to PC here and choose this 1920 by 1080. And that's going to allow me to choose 240 Hertz on my monitor. Obviously, not every monitor is capable of 240 Hz or 144 Hz, but if your monitor is, or you're not sure, come here and check it. This is just going to allow your monitor to look a little smoother, cleaner. Then if we look at my color settings, my digital vibrance is pushed up by 8%, not that much. Then next we're going to go to 3D settings. I have my 3D settings set to performance. Obviously, performance versus quality. Performance is going to give you more frames, whatever. It's going to be smoother when you're gaming. Then next we have 3D settings. So this probably doesn't matter that much for my hero, but if you do care to copy me, you can change this. I mainly changed this when I was playing Apex and other games, so this is going to affect every game you play. But I set these to what they are to give me the most performance for me personally. And if you want to copy them, then I'm going to slowly go through this. Now, if you're scared to change these settings, then obviously you don't want to do that. Or obviously don't change it. Don't feel like you have to, but you do want to copy me. These are all my 3D settings. And make sure you apply. Alright, next up we're going to look at my peripherals, starting with my monitor. And I use the Asus Republic of Gamers Strix XG258Q 24-25 inch monitor, and it's also 240 Hz for 1 millisecond response time. And looking at my mouse pad, a lot of you guys have commented on this mouse pad on our Twitch stream. This is the Jujutsu Kaisen X high ground mouse pad. Has a little more friction than I'm used to, but I've been using it the past half a year or so. Now, what I normally use is a glass mouse pad or a glass coated mouse pad, like the Shinnikai, Artisan Shinnikai. Really high quality brand. I don't think they make this specific model anymore. Sometimes I'll switch back to this. Next, we got our mouse. I currently use this Logitech G Pro Hero wired gaming mouse. Definitely an older mouse. For whatever reason, I like this mouse more than any mouse I've ever used, and I've used over like 15 different mice. I own a bunch of mice, but for whatever reason, I like this old wired mouse. Now for keyboard, I switched between this Apex Pro and the Ducky 1-2 Mini. And I've used both of these while playing my hero. And then for my headset, I'm using some Logitech headset. I don't know which one it is. I couldn't find it, so it's probably not made anymore. But yeah, I got a bunch of other peripherals, but those are the ones that matter. So hope you guys liked it. If you guys want to tell me anything, let me know.